In the shadows of an old decrepit mansion, I found myself standing on a moonlit night, drawn by an inexplicable force. The air was heavy with an unsettling stillness, and a chill ran down my spine, as if the very essence of the place whispered warnings to my subconscious. As I approached the mansion's creaking door, a feeling of dread intensified. The rusty hinges protested as I pushed it open, revealing a darkened foyer enveloped in an eerie silence. The only sound was the echo of my hesitant footsteps on the worn-out floorboards. An unsettling scent of decay lingered in the air. The mansion seemed to have a life of its own, breathing with an ominous presence. Curiosity fueled my exploration as I ascended a grand staircase, its steps groaning beneath the weight of time. Paintings adorned the walls, their subjects twisted into unsettling expressions that seemed to follow my every move. I entered a dimly lit corridor, its end obscured by shadows. The air grew colder, and a faint whispering emerged, like distant voices conspiring in the darkness. I quickened my pace, unable to shake the feeling of unseen eyes watching my every step. In a room at the corridor's end, an antique mirror stood as the sole furnishing. As I approached, my reflection stared back with vacant eyes, an unnerving grin etched on my face. I recoiled, but the mirror seemed to hold me captive, distorting my features into grotesque contortions. Suddenly, the room plunged into darkness. Panic set in as I fumbled for a source of light. A flickering candle on an ancient dresser cast dancing shadows, revealing an unsettling truth. My reflection remained distorted, frozen in a sinister grin that defied reason. A chilling wind swept through the room, extinguishing the candle. In the darkness, a voice echoed, whispering my name with a tone that echoed with despair. Fear gripped my heart as I stumbled backward, colliding with unseen furniture that seemed to materialize out of the shadows. I groped for an exit, but the corridor seemed to twist and elongate, trapping me in a nightmarish labyrinth. The walls closed in with a sinister pulse, echoing the rhythm of my terrified heart. Whispers grew louder, forming a cacophony of anguished voices that reverberated through the unhallowed halls. In a desperate attempt to escape, I opened a door, revealing a room bathed in an otherworldly glow. The walls were adorned with spectral images of a bygone era, frozen in time. A single ornate mirror at the room's center beckoned, reflecting a distorted version of the room. As I approached, the images in the mirrors seemed to come alive, revealing the tortured souls of those who once inhabited the mansion. Their silent screams echoed through the room, intertwining with the malevolent whispers that enveloped me. I felt an unseen force pulling me towards the mirror, my reflection once again twisted into a grotesque mask. The room's temperature plummeted, and I saw icy tendrils snake across the glass, reaching out with spectral fingers that seemed to beckon me into an abyss. A voice, ancient and malevolent, resonated within my mind, promising salvation through surrender. The tormented faces in the mirrors urged me to embrace the darkness, their eyes pleading for release from an eternity of suffering. With every ounce of willpower, I resisted the pull, stumbling backward. The room convulsed with unseen energy, the air thick with a palpable malevolence. The very fabric of reality seemed to unravel as I tore myself away from the haunted room. Back in the corridor, the mansion pulsated with an otherworldly energy. The whispers grew louder, converging into a symphony of anguish that resonated through the mansion's decaying walls. I pressed on, driven by an unrelenting determination to escape the clutches of the malevolent force. As I reached the grand staircase, the mansion trembled, its foundation shaken by an unseen force. The once silent portraits erupted into ghastly wails, their eyes glowing with an otherworldly light. I descended the staircase with haste, each step echoing with a sinister resonance. The front door loomed ahead, a gateway to freedom from the nightmare that gripped the mansion. With trembling hands, I pushed it open, greeted by the moonlit night. As I stepped into the cold embrace of the outside world, the mansion behind me seemed to exhale a final mournful sigh. The air outside tasted sweet, devoid of the suffocating malevolence that had haunted the mansion. I stumbled away, glancing back at the looming structure that stood silent in the moonlight. The shadows clung to its decaying facade, concealing the horrors that lurked within. Though I had escaped the mansion's grasp, the echoes of that night lingered, etched into my very soul. The malevolent force, the tormented spirits, and the distorted reflections haunted my every dream.